Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back with a video I hope is somewhat helpful. So I know that a lot of us, like when it starts to get into the deep winter and we've kind of been wearing our heavy, spicy, ambery, just our heavier fragrances, a lot of us start to kind of crave something a little bit lighter. And I'm not quite there yet, but I think within the next couple weeks, I am going to be to the point where I'm wanting something a little bit lighter, but it's still winter time, so I still want something cozy. It's still freezing outside, so I definitely want something that's still going to be comforting. So I've got 10 fragrances here that I feel like are light fragrances that can easily be worn like any time of year, but that still really give you that nice, comforting, cozy feeling in the dead of the winter. So any of you out there that are just getting sick of heavy winter fragrances, this is the video for you. So I'm gonna start with such a beautiful fragrance. The first one is Eau De Shalimar, and gosh, this is a gorgeous vanilla fragrance. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what this is. This is a beautiful vanilla fragrance. It's citrusy, it's light, but it is a beautiful, creamy, cozy vanilla. Oh, I love this fragrance so much. So, Eau De Shalimar is lime, bergamot, orange, jasmine, rose, vanilla, resin, and iris. And it's stunning. It's very, very slightly powdery. You get all the citrus, the lime, the bergamot, the orange, but it's this beautiful, creamy vanilla fragrance. It's so beautiful. It's light and bright, but you'll still get that beautiful coziness from the vanilla. Oh, it's gorgeous. So that is the first one. That is Eau De Shalimar, which will give you a really nice, fresh break from some of those really heavy fragrances, but without sacrificing the coziness. So that is Eau De Shalimar. Okay, this next one is one that I bust out in the middle of the summer because to me, this is a coconut perfume. This is Versace Crystal Noir. Now, this is the original EDP formulation. There is tons of confusion around this fragrance. Every time I pull mine out, because my bottle is from 2012, my bottle is old. It is the original version of the EDP formulation, and the original EDP formulation is the formulation that had coconut. They have since reformulated, and they came out with an EDT. The EDP does not have coconut in it anymore. So if you got a bottle whenever they reformulated, which I'm not sure which year they reformulated, but it had to have been after 2012. If you got a bottle after whatever they reformulated and it's the EDP, you will not have coconut in your fragrance. If you get the EDT, there should be coconut in the new EDT formulation, I believe. Versace Crystal Noir is pepper, ginger, cardamom, coconut, gardenia, orange blossom, sandalwood, musk, and amber. And if you go on Fragrantica, the notes they have listed are still the notes for the original Eau de Parfum formulation. So I'm not sure what is in the new Eau de Parfum. I'm not sure what is in the new EDT. I'm just going by reading reviews that people say the new EDT is the one with the coconut in it, and that unfortunately they said the EDP does not have coconut in it anymore. But this is a beautiful, I wear this one in summer a lot because it's got this gorgeous coconut fragrance. And in the summertime, I will wear this when I'm craving something like a little bit heavier, but it's too hot for anything heavy. This is the fragrance that I'll wear because it'll give me that beautiful, cozy feeling of wearing a heavy fragrance, but it's really not a heavy fragrance. So in the wintertime, this one will give you the opposite effect. It'll make you feel like you're wearing something a little bit lighter. The coconut will bring you back to like warmer days. So it's just a beautiful fragrance for both reasons. It does something special in each season for me. So if you ever come across a bottle of the original formulation of the EDP, I definitely recommend picking it up because it's so gorgeous. A lot of people say that the new EDP formulation smells almost gothic now. So Yeah, but anyways, that is Versace Crystal Noir. Okay, the next one we have is Nina Ricci Rose Extase, and this is a gorgeous rose fragrance, but it's a rose fragrance with some body to it. It's like a beautiful light fruity rose, but without being too light. Like it still has some oomph. It's still gonna give you it's still gonna make you feel cozy. It's still heavy enough to be like a beautiful winter rosy fragrance, but it's got a lightness to it, but it's still like heavy enough to really keep you cozy in the cold winter days, but it is still kind of fresh and light. It's sweet. It's just a beautiful fragrance. So Rose Extase is red berries, rose, raspberry, vanilla, musk, and sandalwood. It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful rose fragrance that really has a lot of body to it. It's a little bit syrupy, maybe a tiny bit jammy. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. So if you're looking for like a beautiful rose fragrance, it's still like heavy enough for winter, but it's not Rose Absolute, which is like definitely heavy winter fragrance. You want something a little bit lighter, but something that's still going to keep you nice and cozy. Rose Extase is definitely the one. So that is Nina Ricci Rose Extase. Okay, the next one is another beautiful summer fragrance, but this is another one that is going to still keep you cozy in the winter time, even though it's a little bit lighter and fresher. This is Valentina Donna Aqua. This is light and sweet and airy. It's beautiful. The pear and the almond give it this like really almost gourmand, well, it is definitely gourmand, like coziness. But it's bright enough and light enough that it doesn't feel like a heavy winter fragrance. So Valentino Donna Aqua is almond, pear, frangipani, jasmine, sandalwood, and hawthorn. And it's beautiful. I love this one. I love it any time of year, summer, winter. It's just a gorgeous fragrance. So anyways, that is Valentino Donna Aqua. Okay, this next one is a newer one to my collection. I picked this up not long ago. I think this is a kind of a summery fragrance. This is Bulgari Aqua Divinia, and this is beautiful. And it's more of like a warm weather type fragrance, but the notes in this give me like it's definitely got like a cozy vibe about it. So I think it could definitely be worn in winter time and still not feel like you're wearing a summer perfume, or like you're wearing something too light for the season. It's not that you can't wear any type of perfume. I mean, shoot, you could wear Dolce & Gabbana light blue all year round. Tons of people do it. I am just a weirdo and wear fragrance seasonally. I know a lot of you do, so that's why I'm doing this video for people that, you know, maybe are starting to crave something a little bit lighter but aren't really ready to wear like a lighter summertime type fragrance. So anyways, Aqua Divinia is salt, ginger, bergamot, quince, magnolia, woody notes, beeswax, and amber. And the salt and the beeswax give it, and the quince as well. The quince is such a unique citrus fruit, and it gives it this beautiful, there's just this beautiful warm coziness about this from the beeswax and the amber. But you've still got that beautiful quince citrus note and the salt that keep it light. It's just beautiful. So I'm excited. I have not even worn this one yet, and I'm going to, because that's part of why I did this video. I was like, I'm going to pull out fragrances that are typically more like warm weather fragrances, but that I think I could still get away with in the cold weather, and this is one of them. So this is Bulgari Aqua Divinia. Okay, next we have a celebrity fragrance, and this even looks like a warm weather fragrance in this bottle with this like copper lid and the sea glass green bottle and the really like light watery liquid. It just looks like a warm weather fragrance. But this is Shawn Mendes, and this is such a beautiful, and it could be, it's really meant to be worn, I think, all year round. It really doesn't have to me like it doesn't scream like a certain season, but it is a lighter fragrance. So to me, it would typically wear better probably in the heat, but this to me smells beautiful. It's got like a creaminess to it. It's got like a vanilla vibe, and I've got the lotion that goes with this too, so I definitely layer the two, and it helps it to last longer. But Shawn Mendes is pineapple, red apple, lemon, maple sap, frangipani, rose, dulce de leche, musk, and white cedar extract. And it's the maple sap and the dulce de leche that give it this beautiful like creaminess to it, that gives it a little bit of a touch of a gourmand feel to it. And it's a light fragrance, but it has a beautiful coziness to keep you kind of grounded in those, in the kind of cold, wintry months. So it's gorgeous. So that's just one that I feel like would be good to keep if you're wanting something a little bit lighter, but you still want to smell cozy. Shawn Mendes is it. Okay, and the whole reason I even made this video is because of this fragrance right here. I was thinking about this when I was filming my What I Wore Last Week video. This is Chloe Eau Sensuelle, and I just wore this a couple days ago, and this is such a beautiful fruity fragrance that has a gorgeous warm dry down, and that's what got me to thinking about fragrances that will still keep you feeling cozy, but are like a lighter, fresher option for winter fragrances. And this was the first one that came to mind. This is a gorgeous, like fruity fragrance, but it's got a beautiful amber dry down that makes it super, super cozy. So you get that beautiful, like fresh citrus, fruity opening that really lasts throughout the whole wear. That citrus and fruity aspect never goes away. But then you just get this beautiful amber in the dry down, and it's just such a gorgeous fragrance. This wore all day on me. I could smell it all day. I got at least 10 hours out of it. So it lasted a really long time, but it was nice to be wearing something that wasn't so heavy, but I still felt, like I could still smell my perfume. It was still winter appropriate. It still gave me a nice, good, cozy vibe, but without being super heavy. So anyways, that is Chloe Eau Sensuelle, and this is orange blossom, yuzu, lemon, pear, heliotrope, passion flower, musk, sandalwood, amber, and cedar. And it's gorgeous. It's just a beautiful, beautiful, cozy fragrance. So that is Chloe Love Story Eau Sensuelle. Okay, the next one is one that even the bottle looks like a cold weather fragrance. This is J. Del Pozo Ambar. And this bottle, it even looks like straight up fall, winter, like cozy. It looks like a fire flame to me. It's such a beautiful bottle. But this one is surprisingly light. It's, as I spray myself in the face with it, this is a gorgeous, slightly spicy, pretty darn citrusy. It's just a light, bright kind of amber option, if that makes any sense. So this is cardamom, tangerine, bergamot tea, iris, peony, amber, sage, and Virginia cedar. It is super light, bright, and airy. This one actually wears really, really well in the heat, and it lasts longer in the heat, and you can totally get away with it in the heat. But this is a really beautiful, light, airy option for the winter time. It still has that spice, it still has the amber, it still has a little bit of a cozy vibe to it. So it's just like a perfect fragrance for when you're feeling like wearing something a little bit lighter, but it still has qualities of like a deeper wintry fragrance. So anyways, that is J. Del Pozo Ambar. Okay, this next one is another one that, and the reason why I did this video, because this one, I just picked this up not long ago. And that's the first thing I thought. I thought, wow, this would be a gorgeous fragrance to wear in the wintertime if you want something lighter, but you don't necessarily want to sacrifice that kind of coziness that you get from winter perfumes. This is Hermes Le Jardin de Monsieur. And this, oh gosh, this is a beautiful fragrance. It's light and bright and citrusy, but it's got a density in the base. And when it dries down on your skin, that kind of density sticks around. So it's really got body to it. It is like a light, bright, airy fragrance, but that really sticks to your skin. And this wears really, really well in the wintertime too. So this is kumquat, jasmine, mint, and green sap. So I'm sure that this has more notes than that. That's just what I found on Fragrantica. I need to look at the Hermes website to see if maybe they have a better list of notes. But this is just a gorgeous fragrance. It's yeah, it's like it's citrusy. It's got a beautiful, like I say, almost a slight density to it. So, so beautiful. Perfect for, again, if you're looking for something a little bit lighter, but that will still stick around and make you feel cozy all day long. So that is Le Jardin de Monsieur. It's like the longest name ever. Last but not least, this is another like a summer gourmand type fragrance. This is Aqua de Parma, Blue Mediterraneo, Mandorlo di Sicilia. And oh, this is beautiful. And that's exactly what this is. It's like a summertime gourmand. This is all about the almond and the anise. It's sweet. It's definitely anise. Like, if you don't like anise or the smell of black licorice, I don't think you would like this. But this is like the lighter, brighter, I don't want to say version of Hypnotic Poison, but it's got that kind of Hypnotic Poison vibe because of all that anise, but without being heavy, without being floral. This one is green almond, star anise, orange bergamot, white peach, ylang ylang, jasmine, bourbon vanilla, tolu balsam, white musk, and cedar. So you can see it does have quite a few notes in common with Hypnotic Poison. But this one is not as powdery, it's not as floral smelling, it's not as heavy, it's not as dense as Hypnotic Poison. Again in the face. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful, slightly powdery, sweet, yummy gourmand that is going to be lighter than like your typical winter fragrance, but that is still going to give you that kind of yummy, cozy, wintry vibe. So anyways, guys, those are 10 fragrances that I think are great lighter options for those of you that are starting to get restless with the kind of heavy, wintry fragrances. You're maybe looking for something a little bit less heavy, a little bit lighter, but you still want to have that kind of coziness. You're not quite ready for the really light citrus fragrances. You're not ready for the eau de colognes yet. You're just not ready for those types of fragrances, but you're just looking for something a little bit lighter. I think any of these would be great options for that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.